Greetings boys and gits, and welcome again to Dread Waaagh Gaming. In today's episode I have something new, something to brutally honestly review, and that be Toofrippa's Krew. Join me for an unboxing. Before we rip into the box, I would like to share my thoughts a little bit on Killteam, so you know where I'm coming from on it. Killteam is a different game to 40k. It's a scaled down version of Warhammer 40,000. So instead of fighting with huge big armies, you just fight with a small elite team. So yeah, it's a great concept, and it was also a great opportunity for Games Workshop to bring out not only a new rule set, but new models. Not just rebrand the old models in new boxes and try and get a way of reselling them with some very similar but slightly different rules to play games smaller. It's cheeky, it's lazy, it's a missed opportunity, because realistically a games producer like Games Workshop should have seen that a lot of these boxes that they're producing, if they're only chucking in old models and just a few new tokens, they're not going to entice a lot of their existing players. They might get a few people that want those things specifically for Killteam, but they're not getting the complete market potential that they could. It's a silly idea. And as I said in my first review of the first Ork Killteam, the boyz Killteam, which I'll throw a link to up here, so click on there and have a little look at that. As I said in that, they should have included some sprues that had some little details so you could actually make the Killteam specialists. So yeah, sure, we'll give you some old Ork models if we're being lazy and we can't be bothered to make new ones, but we'll give you some sprues with some extra bits and bobs, some new details to represent all those little traits and extras that those specialists would have. But they didn't do that, and then they chucked in a bunch of scenery that had the excuse of being from Vigilus, of course, but it wasn't orky, and so it didn't entice an Ork player to want to buy that box unless they were, like I say, specifically directly wanting to play Killteam and wanted those counters and tokens, which, to be fair, if you want counters and tokens, you can make your own. Much better out of plastic card anyway, or out of old Warhammer bases, all sorts of things like that. I'm sure we've all got some bases hanging around and they make perfect tokens, so realistically not worthwhile. Unfortunately, I feel I'm going to find this to be the same way. Now, it is a lovely box. Love the artwork on it, and the flash kits that are included, as you're about to see, they're fantastic. I'll throw up some pictures of the flash kits so you can see they are one of the best sculpts for Orks that GW have ever done. They're fantastic, they really are. There's lots of nice usable bits on the sprue as well, so that's a great sprue. But there's more than just the Orks in there, and there should be, because it costs a lot more too. This retails at €55 in Ireland. I'm not sure about in the UK there, but that's a whole tenner more than boyz. So I want to know why. What's so special about this box? Let's have a look. Okay, so let's get into this packaging here. Let's rip into it. An actual unboxing. There you are. Taking the cellophane off. Now, being a freebooter captain, I managed to get hold of this a day early. Right, so the box contains an 8-page Toofrippa's Krew booklet. I'm a bit worried about old Toofrippa because he quite likes my teeth. You know, I've got some fairly decent snaggled teeth. He'd love them, and he sounds like he'd rip them out. But there's a booklet about him telling you his story, an 8-page booklet. We'll have a little look at that. I bet that's a bit naff. 13 Ork tactics cards. 13. 1 exclusive Ork tactics card. 2 mission cards. 1 Ork Killteam token sheet. Yeah, I think they're exactly the same as the ones that come with the other Ork Killteam as well. 5 flash kits data cards. I bet they're preconceived. And there's no blank ones or anything like that, I'll bet you. Includes 5 citadel miniatures and scenery in coloured plastic, the dreaded coloured plastic, because we all know now, don't we, that it ain't as good as the old grey plastic. It's more brittle, it doesn't take paint as well. It isn't a revolution at all, it's a pain in the bum. Though it is helpful for people who can't be asked to paint. So dumbing down 40k. That's what we're at now, isn't it? But anyway, 5 Ork flash gits and some sector Taurus ruins, which are not Orky. I'm going to show you in detail. In fact, I'll throw them up on the screen here while I'm talking about them from the Games Workshop website there. What the naffing hell is that? That's not Orky. Why would an Ork collector want that crap? Really? I mean, my own fiction for my own fluff for my own story, because I do still have an imagination, even if Games Workshop are trying to completely beat it out of us, doesn't include any Imperial history. There ain't no Imperial ruins, especially not statues and stuff like that. There might be the odd factory, maybe. I might write that in, but I ain't writing no statues and heroic show-offy bollocks. No abbeys either. I ain't interested in any of that. So, this scenery, naff, don't want it. I'm going to give it to Skyner because he said he wants it, so he can have it. I don't want it. I got this box purely just because I do love my flash kits. Killteam bits will be semi-useful until I copy them into a better, harder format, like I say, hard plastic rather than the cardboard tokens. A few mission cards would be alright, you know. But really, I wouldn't have bought this. The only reason I justified the value of buying this was to show you guys and to share my absolute disappointment. Oh no, it's not absolute disappointment. Flash kits are cool. Let's have a look. Right, so I'm not too worried about. Oh, wow. The box is actually pretty. Look, not bad. Ooh, okie dokie. So there's all of our cardboard and paper products. That's equivalent to a tenner there. Okay, so the Toofrippa's Krew book, the 8-page book. Let's have a look. First page, introduction. Basically just tells you what you get. So, doesn't really count. Here we have a full 2 pages of some lore about the reckless rampage, what's going on with Toofrippa's Krew. And a little bit about Toofrippa's Krew. And a nice graphic. Very, very nice. I love that. It's gorgeous. Really nice. And then adverts. So, yeah. 8 pages of, well, no, actually, it's 3 pages of. So, 3 pages of new stuff for Orks. There you go, that's that. Put that aside. Here we have the tactics cards. The first one being for the scenery that you get. The Imperial scenery, I might add. So, chuck that away. Then we've got the Orky ones. Got nice pictures on the back of them, like that. But basically, you've got a few new ones, and then a couple of copies of old ones. You know, you've got your Grot Shield and Waaagh, and all those sorts of things. So yeah, lovely, nice to have. But I do love these pictures on the back. So they're nice. Next up, we've got the data cards. Now, there are some preconceived ones in here. Good few there, but there's also some blanks. So there's your 5 preconceived ones, but they've actually provided some blanks. I'm so glad of that. That is awesome. They've got brilliant designs on the back also, but having some blanks, that's what I wanted. That's why didn't they do that in the original Killteam box, you know? But I'm glad they did, so well done, G-dubs. You get some points back for that. Seems I was wrong about the counters too, because they are slightly different from the others in the last box. So that's cool. Nice pictures on them. Very cool. Handy, handy. Next thing. God, that was quick, wasn't it? See how that flew in. Toofrippa's Krew. So here's the instruction book. And there's that terrain. Nice colour. I like the way this is coloured, actually, to show you how to put together these guns, because they can be a bit troublesome for some people, especially if they've gone and cut it all off the sprue. So being able to see it all broke down like this instead of on a sprue picture is very helpful. So these instructions get a massive thumbs up from me. Well done, GW, on the instructions. They are fantastic. Really like that. Great, yeah. Shows you what to do there. And you've got the rules for flash kits, and they've provided it in a few different languages too. Fantastic. Good stuff. Win. Last but not least, we've got these the missions. So there's 2 missions there, Trophy Hunters and Wrecking Spree. I haven't read them yet, I haven't had a proper look at them. But yeah, there you go. Wicked, if you think so. Maybe not worth the money, you can probably download them. But yeah, I mean, some of the bits in this box are are better than I expected, but realistically, still not really, in my eyes, a valuable thing. So, these are the ruins. Any nonsensical details. See, they make more sense when they're making something that they care about for Imperium, don't they? They get it right. When they make something for Orks, they couldn't care that the perspective's all wrong, that they've pulled the 3D design up and made a mistake and a boo-boo. They wouldn't give a toss. Oh, they've obviously listened to Dread Waaagh Gaming's bitching and actually fixed these sorts of issues, because I was really not liking the way that the mech shop and the scrap piles that come with the mech shop and with Speed Freaks, there's some really bad design issues with those that they've. I mean, you have to cover them up, otherwise they look naff. If anyone's tried painting one and actually looked at it in detail and looked down some of those tyres, you realise that they're impossibly tall and they don't make any sense because they're being penetrated from one side from a magic object and stuff like that. It's just crazy. Anyway, I won't waste too much time looking at those. I'll throw them up on the screen so you can look at them anyway. And then we've got our box of flash kits in green plastic. Yeah, it's the standard flash kit sprue. There's nothing extra, nothing added. I can tell that just by looking. I've had this set many times because I'm a freebooter. So yeah, 5 new flash kits. The box is kind of handy. I do like the way they've cut out these boxes for this game, to be fair. They actually are better arranged than most of their other packaging. And what are they? Are they 40s? They are. We've got some 40mm bases for the flash kits, because Ork nobs and flash kits go on 40mm bases, you guys. That's the way of the wind. And boys are on 32s, like it or lump it. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys are all members of the Dread Waaagh Gaming Facebook group. And you can follow me on Instagram too, at dread_Waaagh_gaming. God, that's a mouthful. Anyway, follow me there, subscribe to the channel, like the video, all that sort of stuff. And yeah, send me money or something.